The phone call that changed everything came from a basketball legend who understood what it meant to revolutionize the sport. When Larry Bird reached out to Caitlin Clark with news that would transform her career forever, nobody could have predicted the magnitude of what was about to unfold. The intersection of Indiana basketball royalty and the WNBA's brightest new star has created a moment that transcends sports marketing to become a statement about the future of women's basketball and the power of legendary athletes to elevate the next generation. But what makes this potential partnership so significant goes far beyond dollar amounts to represent a changing landscape where women's sports command the respect and financial investment they've always deserved. The implications of this connection between two Indiana basketball icons could reshape how corporate America views women's athletic talent and commercial potential. Larry Bird's connection to Indiana basketball runs deeper than most sports relationships, spanning his legendary career at Indiana State University, his Hall of Fame playing career with the Boston Celtics, and his executive roles with the Indiana Pacers. His status as one of basketball's greatest players gives him unique influence in discussions about the sport's future and the development of young talent. Bird's playing career included 3 NBA championships, 3 consecutive MVP awards from 1984-1986, and recognition as one of the greatest shooters and competitors in basketball history. His rivalry with Magic Johnson helped elevate the NBA's popularity during the 1980s and establish templates for how star players can transcend their sport to become cultural icons. Following his playing career, Bird transitioned into coaching and executive roles, including serving as head coach of the Indiana Pacers from 1997 to 2000 and later as the team's president of basketball operations. His continued involvement with Indiana basketball demonstrates his commitment to developing the sport in his home state. The connection between Bird and Clark extends beyond their shared Indiana roots to include their similar playing styles, competitive intensity, and ability to generate excitement among basketball fans. Both players have demonstrated exceptional shooting ability, court vision, and the kind of basketball IQ that translates into team success. Questions arise about how Bird's legendary status and business acumen might influence major endorsement decisions, and whether his involvement could help elevate the profile and financial opportunities available to elite women's basketball players. Caitlin Clark's current endorsement portfolio includes partnerships with Nike, which she signed before entering the WNBA, along with deals with companies like Gatorade, Wilson, and Hy-Vee. Her Nike agreement, signed in April 2024, reportedly includes significant financial terms along with performance bonuses and signature shoe opportunities. The financial details of Clark's Nike deal have not been fully disclosed, though industry experts estimate that top-tier women's basketball endorsement agreements can range from hundreds of thousands to millions of dollars annually. Her commercial value has increased dramatically since her college career at the University of Iowa and her successful WNBA rookie season. Clark's marketability extends beyond basketball performance to include her personality, social media presence, and ability to connect with fans across different demographics.
A few weeks ago in Indianapolis, we asked Caitlin Clark,
"Ask me the hard-hitting questions."
Her games consistently draw television audiences exceeding 1 million viewers, demonstrating her commercial appeal to advertisers and sponsors. The success of her rookie WNBA season, which included breaking multiple league records and leading the Indiana Fever to the playoffs, has likely increased her endorsement value and created opportunities for expanded partnerships with existing sponsors. Sports marketing experts note that Clark's combination of on-court success, media attention, and cultural impact creates the kind of athlete profile that major corporations actively seek for long-term partnership opportunities. Nike's investment in women's basketball has increased significantly in recent years, reflecting the company's recognition of the sport's growing popularity and commercial potential. The brand has signed partnerships with several prominent WNBA players and has expanded its women's basketball shoe and apparel lines. The company's strategy includes supporting athletes who can drive cultural conversations and expand the reach of women's basketball beyond traditional sports audiences. Clark's ability to generate mainstream media attention and social media engagement aligns with Nike's marketing objectives for women's sports. Nike's historical approach to athlete partnerships often includes progressive deal structures that reward performance and cultural impact with increased financial terms and expanded partnership opportunities. These relationships can evolve from standard endorsement deals to signature shoe lines and broader brand collaborations. The athletic footwear and apparel market for women's basketball has grown substantially, driven partly by increased visibility of elite players and cultural shifts that have elevated women's sports in popular consciousness. This growth creates opportunities for expanded investment in athlete partnerships. Industry observers wonder whether the success of Clark's Nike partnership might encourage increased investment in women's basketball endorsements, and whether other major corporations might pursue similar high PR partnerships with elite female athletes. The financial landscape of women's basketball endorsements has evolved dramatically, with elite players now commanding deals that would have been unimaginable just a few years ago. This evolution reflects changing attitudes about the commercial value of women's sports and the marketing potential of elite female athletes. WNBA salary structures, while improving, still limit players' earning potential from their basketball contracts alone. Endorsement deals therefore represent crucial opportunities for top players to achieve financial security and compensation that reflects their market value and cultural impact. The success of athletes like Clark in generating television viewership, social media engagement, and cultural conversation demonstrates to corporate sponsors that women's basketball represents an undervalued marketing opportunity with significant growth potential. Comparative analysis with other professional sports shows that women's basketball endorsement opportunities, while growing, still lag behind those available to elite male athletes. However, the trajectory suggests continued growth as the sport's popularity and commercial success increase. Legal experts note that modern athlete endorsement agreements often include complex performance incentives, social media requirements, and opportunities for expanded partnerships that can significantly increase the total value of these relationships over time. The relationship between basketball legends and current players often extends beyond formal mentorship to include business advice, networking opportunities, and endorsement guidance that can significantly impact young athletes' career development and financial success. Larry Bird's business experience, including his executive roles with the Indiana Pacers and various business ventures, provides him with insights into sports marketing and athlete development that could be valuable for players like Clark who are navigating their early professional careers. The tradition of retired NBA legends supporting and mentoring current players has created networks of influence and guidance that help athletes maximize their potential both on and off the court. These relationships often include introductions to business opportunities and strategic advice about career management. Bird's status within Nike's basketball community, developed through decades of relationship with the brand and his legendary playing career, could potentially influence how the company approaches partnerships with emerging stars like Clark. Questions arise about how informal mentorship and guidance from basketball legends might influence business decisions and whether these relationships create advantages for athletes who have access to such experienced advisors. The endorsement market for basketball players has become increasingly sophisticated, with deals structured to reward not just performance but also cultural impact, social media engagement, and ability to drive conversations that extend beyond traditional sports audiences.
For you to showcase this to your Indiana Fever teammates, that this is special.
Modern endorsement agreements often include provisions for signature shoe development, which can represent the most lucrative opportunities for elite basketball players. The development of signature shoes requires athletes who can generate sustained consumer interest and cultural relevance. Clark's playing style, personality, and market appeal create the kind of athlete profile that brands seek for signature shoe development. Her shooting ability and competitive intensity resonate with basketball fans while her personality and story appeal to broader audiences. The women's basketball shoe market has shown significant growth potential, driven partly by increased participation in the sport and cultural shifts that have elevated women's athletic fashion and performance footwear as lifestyle categories. Industry analysts wonder whether Clark's commercial success might accelerate Nike's investment in women's basketball signature shoes, and whether her potential signature line could achieve the kind of commercial success traditionally associated with male athletes. The intersection of Indiana basketball culture and women's sports represents a unique opportunity to leverage regional pride and basketball tradition to support the growth of women's professional basketball. Indiana's basketball heritage creates natural marketing opportunities for athletes with connections to the state. Bird's legendary status in Indiana basketball history, combined with Clark's current success representing the state through her college career and professional achievements, creates compelling storytelling opportunities for brands seeking to connect with basketball-passionate audiences. The cultural significance of basketball in Indiana extends beyond professional sports to include deep community connections and generational fandom that can translate into strong commercial support for athletes who represent the state's basketball tradition. Local and regional business opportunities often complement national endorsement deals, creating additional revenue streams for athletes who maintain strong connections to their home markets and fan bases. The success of Indiana-connected basketball marketing campaigns suggests that geographic and cultural connections can enhance the effectiveness of athlete endorsements and create authentic storytelling opportunities that resonate with target audiences. The role of social media in MDERN athlete marketing has transformed how endorsement deals are structured and evaluated, with platforms like Instagram, TikTok, and Twitter becoming crucial components of athlete brand development and sponsor value creation. Clark's social media presence includes millions of followers across multiple platforms, creating direct access to engaged audiences that brands value highly for marketing purposes. Her ability to generate viral content and drive online conversations enhances her value to corporate partners. The measurement of social media impact through engagement rates, reach metrics, and conversion tracking has become a standard component of athlete endorsement evaluation, influencing both deal terms and performance incentives. Modern endorsement agreements often include specific social media requirements and content creation obligations that can significantly impact the total value of these partnerships for both athletes and brands. Sports marketing experts note that athletes who can effectively leverage social media to build personal brands and drive consumer engagement are increasingly valuable to corporate partners seeking authentic connections with target demographics. The evolution of women's sports marketing reflects broader cultural changes regarding gender equality, representation, and the recognition of women's athletic achievements.
Good luck in the WNBA. I hope you have a great first season.
Thanks. I'm sure it will be a big first step for me.
These shifts have created new opportunities for female athletes to achieve financial success and cultural influence. The success of high-profile women's sports endorsement deals encourages increased corporate investment in female athletes and helps establish market rates that better reflect the commercial value these athletes provide to their partners. Progressive brands often view partnerships with elite female athletes as opportunities to align with social values and demonstrate commitment to gender equality, while also accessing underserved marketing opportunities with significant growth potential. The visibility and success of deals involving athletes like Clark can inspire young female athletes and demonstrate the professional and financial opportunities available through dedication to sports excellence and personal brand development. Industry observers wonder whether the continued success of women's basketball marketing campaigns might accelerate broader changes in how corporations approach sports marketing and whether gender equity in athlete compensation might become a more prominent consideration in endorsement decisions. The infrastructure supporting women's basketball continues developing, with eased media coverage, improved broadcast production, enhanced digital content creation, and expanded marketing support that creates better opportunities for athlete brand development and commercial success. The growth of women's basketball media coverage includes more comprehensive game broadcasts, analysis programming, behind-the-scenes content, and digital storytelling that helps fans connect with players and builds the kind of personal connections that drive endorsement value. Improved production values for women's basketball broadcasts, including better camera work, graphics, and commentary, help present the sport in ways that appeal to broader audiences and create more effective marketing environments for sponsor integration. The development of digital content platforms specifically focused on women's basketball provides additional opportunities for athlete brand building and sponsor integration that complement traditional broadcast and print media opportunities. Questions arise about how continued infrastructure improvements might affect the commercial value of women's basketball endorsements and whether enhanced media support might create opportunities for deal structures that more closely resemble those available to male athletes. Looking toward the future, the relationship between basketball legends and current players will likely continue influencing career development, business opportunities, and the overall growth of women's basketball as both a sport and a commercial enterprise. The precedent established by successful women's basketball endorsement deals creates templates for future agreements and helps establish market rates that reflect the growing commercial value of elite female athletes. The continued success of players like Clark in generating television viewership, social media engagement, and cultural conversation demonstrates the untapped potential of women's sports marketing and could encourage increased corporate investment in female athletes. Industry experts wonder whether the current generation of women's basketball stars might achieve the kind of commercial success and cultural influence traditionally associated with male athletes, potentially reshaping sports marketing landscapes. The broader implications for women's sports include questions about how continued success in basketball might influence opportunities in other sports and whether basketball's growth might serve as a catalyst for broader changes in women's sports marketing and athlete compensation. If you're as excited about the potential of this legendary partnership as we are, go ahead and like this video. Drop your thoughts in the comments. What do you think about basketball legends supporting current women's players? Old endorsement deals for women's basketball STAS reach the same levels as male athletes? We want to hear your perspective on how the sport can continue growing and providing opportunities for elite female athletes. Then, hit subscribe and click the bell so you don't miss our coverage of women's basketball and the evolving world of sports marketing. Thanks for watching.